Okay. Anyway, let's keep going, gentlemen. So you just you gave the captain like a way to get around the brig, basically. Continuing from there, Kras was just like handing him a badge, and everybody was like, "No, don't do that." So go from there. Go on.
So I mentioned to them like how I just mentioned to them how like he's basically from a city that everyone hates anyways, and him not having a badge is basically a death sentence if he's not with us like at every moment.
I can do that.
Yes, but he will be, because if he dies, this ship is gone. Do not be
Until
stupid.
Well, that's why I'm
until
giving him a badge so that he doesn't die.
we can give him a badge once you get the spell off. Until then, I volunteer to keep guard on him.
I agree. I'll accompany you, Ares. I
See,
kind of like
this
take
is a
him and
better
just, like,
idea. Giving him a badge and flying to the city is madness.
It was a precautionary measure. I was still planning on keeping him with us.
We can do both. Just if he escapes from us, at least he won't have a badge.
Kem's like, "Look, hey, if you can dispel it, that's fine. Like, cool. I just like I
Don't
don't
wanna
want
die."
I don't want to die, and also I don't, really want to have my fate tied to that of the ship. If you know what I mean. Considering that now I'm kind of giving it to you. Just better if I can say that, oh, I died or whatever, like or something happened or just disappear, because I don't want to go back to the Kindle Watch military saying, oh, I lost my ship to a bunch of criminals. I'm sure you understand.
I fully understand. We will try to make sure that you are not sent back on another Kindle Watch ship then.
Kind of like, roll my eyes and walk off, and I say, "Oh yes, common criminals, of course." And then I walk back onto the ship and direct them to move it towards like, do we have like a dry dock or something that we could put it on so that it's not like actively running?
Yeah. There are places that you could put it. These kind of places are sort of wrecked up, but I mean, you can land it, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah, I mean, you can have it directed to land. There's no way that it might not have made it back to Kindle Watch anyway in its current condition, so they're kind of okay with landing it. There's no real big deal with that. Kind of works out, and the crew are generally helpful in trying to get it working, because you're gonna let them go if they get it working. You're gonna let them go back to Kindle Watch, so this is their way out, so to speak. They're generally appreciative and helpful when it comes to trying to get things done.
All right, so I do that.
Perfect. Anybody else got any particular things they're up to?
I do
With
afterwards,
With regards to the ship?
Um,
I would,
besides
yeah.
going through it,
Mhm.
checking it out, seeing if there's anything of particular
Actually,
value.
I'm gonna go through and make sure that all the prisoners have been let out.
And yeah, I mean they are released up on your order. Some of them were still caged up, but they are released into the brig basically on your order, and the majority of them go. They don't want to go back to Kindle Watch anyway, so it's kind of like, oh, we might as well come on in.
They're like, Kindle Watch sucks.
I'm gonna go with Issel, and as the prisoners are leaving, I'm going to warn them not to get in trouble one by one.
Be on your best behavior.
Yes.
Fair enough. You're a guy with a giant crossbow. They are definitely willing to listen to you as you tell them not to misbehave.
I'll be looking for any ores or metals or stuff that we could use and salvage for building either like
roll
walls and
knowledge,
stuff.
local, or perception. Either one.
To knowledge local, I guess. Roll. 25.
Yeah, you know that there are some scrap metal and stuff that you can probably use to build like shells for the engine and patch up some of the fire damage and so forth. It's not going to be too much of a problem in that regard. And I mean, with the expertise that Grass has with engineering and so forth, you'll have this thing running in probably no time.
There you go.
Probably.
If nobody else has anything, I have one that's kind of like down the road a little bit, like a couple days.
Sure.
I want to take a visit to Theophilus.
Okay.
Do you want me to just jump in, or like?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Okay.
he's around, like he's at a table, sort of with his guys as usual, like chatting about
Sure.
whatever. You come over and he's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
So I kind of take a seat. I'm fully alone. I don't have anyone with me.
Sure.
And I say, Theophilus, how have you been feeling lately?
Fine, good, I guess. Why?
Nice. Just curious. I've been, I wanted to know how you enjoyed my care package.
Yeah, I always appreciate a gift from somebody who's willing to keep relations happy, so to speak. You're a pretty important guy around here as well with all your engineering and shit. I respect that. I think that if we work together, we can make things a little bit more acceptable around here.
Sure, of course. So I reach into my pouch
Mhm.
and I pull out a bottle, and I kind of do one of the casual tosses over to him,
Yeah.
and I say, you might need that in the coming days. Come see me if you need more, and I walk off.
Catches the bottle, obviously, and he's like, right. You know, just listening to what you said, like, sort of taking it in. Fine with it. And, cool. Alright. Good. Good. Anybody else have anything we need to do?
I'll stick with the captain.
You're sticking with the captain? The
Yes.
captain turns out to be like an
Yeah.
alright guy. You know, there's like nothing wrong with the captain as a person. It's just like he's kind of, that was his job, you know, defend the ship, and now the ship is basically in enemy hands, and he's basically decided that he's not going to go back. Like, he's going to stay in the brig because it's better than taking the military court martial or the whatever for
Yeah.
dereliction of duty or punishment of for failing, so forth. It's better just to disappear. So
Or being held for the money damages.
yeah, well,
That would be horrible.
exactly. He's just like, you know what? It's better if I just stay here. So he's totally okay with that. I don't have a name for him yet, or I'd give you one, but I didn't expect him to become a character. So there you go.
Come on, Elf. You never expect half the
I
characters.
know.
I'm gonna help
Preparations.
Kraz on death watch him.
Okay.
In the days that come up.
Sure.
Okay.
And
Do you
you
want me to make
guys,
rules for
no,
that?
you guys are fine. You succeed in it. Like, you have time to sort of do it properly, and he's willing sort of to dispel it with you guys. It wasn't cast by him, so he can't like be like, oh, it's dispelled because I fucking say so. But he helps you out as much as he can with it. And yeah, I mean that's. I expected the ship thing would take a little longer because I thought we need to go on to it, but you guys, the giant laser kind of fucked that up.
Well, I mean, who came up with that, Elf?
I did set it up, and yeah, that was my fault, but I didn't expect.
Could have just had it fizzle. You never know.
No, I couldn't have it fizzle. No way. So anyway, that's fine. I'm sure there are more discussions with the elemental Garath in the coming days with his whole like I will be mighty once again, type crazy stupid stuff. And in general it seems that once the ship is up and running and you guys are ready to send it back, like that they'll go on their way and everything will be fine, in that regard. But that you might want to consider who's going, or if you're sending diplomatic sort of relations, or if it's just like a threat thing, or anything like that.
All right, so we're having a few days pass, right?
Yeah. While the
So-
ship is being repaired.
Yeah. Chuka is still going to be enamored with Issel's scales, golden scales. I am actually going to want to attempt to possibly nick one off of him in his sleep, or just follow him around to his living quarters to try to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll some stealth checks to do that?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Because Chuka wants this gold. He definitely wants this gold. Let's see here. So 37.
You're good. You stealth. That's fine.
All right. So Chuka either pulls one off of Issel in his sleep, or he happens to have a few shed on his bed or whatever it is. Chuka is going to bite it and realize that it's not real gold and just.
It's like, no, it's scales. They aren't gold.
Chuka has learned a lesson this episode. Yes.
Indeed.
The golden one is not real gold.
Of course, with his stealth versus my perception, I'd probably like wake up and go, "What was that?"
After he's long gone.
Who the fuck was that?
He'd wake up like an hour later, like, oh.
And
Anyway.
it took him 3 days to realize one of his scales are gone.
Do kobolds regrow their scales or no?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
I asked the question. It still
Oh, yeah.
doesn't know, and he's kind of a kobold master there.
Hmm.
Oh man. Oh. Okay. So, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I don't have anything else. This is literally like
Be pretty honest that you didn't have much.
This is the end of my rope for today. I swear to God, next week we'll have more of a plan. But because they're
It'll be
Give us
easier.
some extra long
Kindle
session
watch
next week.
things, and I have Aris and Chuko sort of in the group now as well, which is a little bit easier to sort of plan things. I wasn't sure what I was working with. I think that's pretty much it for me for tonight. Unless anybody has anything specific that they want to get done, like right now, sort of like, hey, let's do this one thing or whatever. I'm up for it, but unless that's the case, I think I'm pretty much done for tonight.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think most stuff can be saved for next week.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Okay,
thinking. Is
so-
like the whole ship being repaired thing, and like it being functioning again, sort of like works in the start of a session rather than the end, which is why I'm kind of like I don't want to do it right now, sort of thing. It will progenitor thing like bigger things. So I think that's pretty much what we need to do. So all right, perfect. So I'm gonna kill the local recording. Thank you very much, people on the archives, for watching. And see you next time.